So this is the first Archetype explanation video that I'm going to be uploading on this channel. Today we're going to be covering the Archetype that's coming out. It's Kozmos. They're the new TCG exclusives, and if they're anything like Burning Abyss, prepare your buttholes. So there's so far 5 cards that are out right now. Well, that have been released, that are coming out. There's Farm Girl, Good Witch, Slip Rider, and Forerunner. Oh, and Kozmo Town, right? 5, not 4. So far they all work really well with each other, and they're pretty cool. So the way they work is that the small ones banish themselves to special summon the big ones, and then if the big ones die, they banish themselves from the grave to special summon the small ones back. Well, new small ones from the deck, I should say. And then the field spell just has 3 effects, and they're all really good. Like, once per turn, you can target one of your banished anybody. Most likely these guys, because they banish themselves to special. You can just add them back to your hand and take some life point damage. The other one is you can basically mulligan. You just reveal however many Kozmo monsters in your hand, shuffle them in, and then draw that many. And then the last one is if this dies, you get a Kozmo card from deck to hand. And it is Kozmo card. So if, like, they disrupt your play, you're like, I'm going to add this to my hand, they, like, MST it. You just add another Kozmo Town and do it anyway, or you just add a different combo piece that you want. The big Forerunner guy, he's the big beefy 2800. He can't be targeted by your opponent's card effects, and during every one of your standby phases that he's face up, you gain 1,000 life points. So that just sort of helps, you know, you pay life points for a couple other effects, and then he helps you gain. And then also, both of these ships have this effect where if they're destroyed by battle or a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can banish them from the graveyard to special summon a Kozmo monster with a lower level. So this guy can fetch Slip Rider, Good Witch, or Farm Girl, and then Slip Rider can fetch Good Witch or Farm Girl. And then also, so that's this guy, and he's also 2814, which is good stats in general. Also level 7, so if you want, you can run like Dracosac or things like that. Slip Rider, he's the level 5, he's 2300, 800. And if he's normal or special summon, you can target one spell or trap on the field and destroy it. That is really strong. Especially because since you can technically MST during their turn by banishing with these 2 to special summon it, it's really strong. Again, you know, if it dies, you banish it to get a replacement. And you can also get the effect off of a normal summon, which is important, because it allows you to run tech cards like Monarch Stormforth and whatnot. And then Good Witch. She has a pay 900 life points to Book of Moon a monster, essentially. And then also she's 1800 level 4 light, which is pretty strong. They're all lights. Most future support's probably also going to be light. And yeah, so she just pays 900, Book of Moon something. And then during either player's turn, you can banish her to special summon a Kozmo from your hand, which is these 2 usually. And then, so that's
level 5 or higher.
Yeah, well, level 5 or higher. So yeah, these 2. And so that's Good Witch in a nutshell. Farm Girl, she's your searcher. She's also a level 3, which is important because the small monsters are psychics, so you can E-Telly to get her. And she's 1500, which is pretty decent for like that kind of level and such. But what it is whenever she deals battle damage, you can pay 300 life points to add a Kozmo card from your deck to your hand. So, for example, you could summon Farm Girl, punch for 15, add like this guy to your hand, and then since it's during either player's turn, it's a quick effect. You can activate this during your battle phase still to special summon this, pop a card, and then attack for 23 as well. So like she allows for quick like OTK big damage plays, and then also she just helps you stay alive because adding cards and all that is really good. She can also add Kozmo Town, important to note. So those are the 5 archetypal monsters. They're relatively simple. Their interactions with each other are pretty obvious. All the big ones so far are machines. All the small ones are psychics. So any machine or psychic support, you know, you want to use. Like, for example, you could use Limiter if you really wanted. Might be a bit inconsistent, but that kind of stuff. You could use something like Brain Hazard, special summon remove from play psychic. You can do all kinds of stuff with that. Another thing, like I was saying, is you can use Stormforth to normal summon this guy and still get a pop, which is always helpful. Another thing, since they're all lights, you can of course use Honest. That's really big help, especially because Farm Girl needs to deal damage, and she can get over anything if you have an Honest, of course. So she'll deal damage, she'll add to your hand. It's just great. Again, she's an E-Tele target, and since she allows for pretty easy OTKs, you can like summon Good Witch, attack, whatever, E-Tele during battle phase. Farm Girl for 15, pay 300, get the 2800, and just keep going in for damage. And since you can run like things like E-Tele, by the way, you should mandatorily run 3, I think, in this archetype, just so you know. So I'll just put it up there. It's practically a member of the archetype. I'll put it up here so you don't have to zoom out. Then this is my Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, but I'm poor. So run this. It's a great card. I'll probably put up a little graphic of it, because, you know, when you're poor, all you got is the internet. So it's an amazing card. Also a light psychic. It's level 3. It's a tuner, which allows for different levels. Like you run 8, 10, 7, and 6, which are some very important levels to hit. Like Leo, Crimson Blader, Malefic, or not Malefic Stardust, Stardust Spark. You can hit Rose, Clearwing. You can hit Michael as well off of these two. Michael's a very good card. You can hit Goyo, you can hit Metaphys Horus. Like, it's one of the best cards to run, like, at all.
Once their level 6 comes out, you can hit Trishul, I think. Or does it require water?
No, Trish is just one tuner, 2 or more non-tuners. Right. So, for example, if you have two farm girls and you can E-Tele and Yu-Gi-Oh! Saga, you can Trish. That one may be a little bit harder since farm girls, like, if you open up triple E-Tele, you have a Trish. I mean, yeah. But like, it'll be hard without the use of like an additional E-Tele on top of the one to get the Yuki. So, you know, use that, whatever. Another interesting little tech card is Light Ray Sorcerer, since they banish themselves to special summon, and then these guys banish themselves to special summon as well. So that you'll have some, you know, banished lights. For those of you that don't know what this does, if you have 3 banished light monsters, you can just special summon him, and he's essentially a Chaos Sorcerer. You shuffle one of your banished lights into your deck and remove from play a face-up monster on the field. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Only problem with him, he might get a bit cloggy, and also since you'll be adding the stuff you remove back to your hand anyway with Kozmo Town, he may not be, you know, that great after all. These are sort of interesting tech things. You know, you want your field spell a lot, so you can use Terraforming. That's pretty obvious. And since these guys, since they're destroyed by any card effect, it's not just your opponent's card effect for when you can remove them to special summon. Like, things like Dark Hole and Torrential are really strong. So, like, they'll... For example, you can have Farm Girl, him in hand, and then have a Torrential set. They'll do big play or something, you'll Torrential, chain Farm Girl to special summon him. Then Torrential activate, destroying him, and then you can get his effect to special summon like another Farm Girl, something you can replace it. It's pretty interesting. Dark Hole, you don't mind running the Regeki in 2 Dark Holes, because again, these guys replace themselves, so... Those are a couple of pretty interesting cards that you can just totally run fine. And then this is probably the most interesting tech that I've found so far, is Infected Male. If you don't know what this does, once per turn you can target a level 4 or lower monster you control. I can attack your opponent directly, but it's sent to the graveyard at the end of the battle phase. So what this kind of thing is for, is what you're going to do, is you're going to activate Infected Male, summon your Farm Girl, target her, she'll attack directly, so that's guaranteed battle damage, so then you get to pay 300, and then you get to add either ship, you know, whichever one you want, and then still during battle phase you can banish her to special summon it and then attack again. So like, it just sort of guarantees that she'll get her hit through. It's similar to Honest in that you'll always get your Farm Girl search off of it, so it can get kind of cloggy. If you do have multiples though, you can target multiple of your level 4 lowers. So like, if you have like a Farm Girl, 2 Infected Males, and an E-Tele, you can E-Tele the other Farm Girl, both Infected Males, they can both attack direct, that kind of stuff. But you can only tag them out into the bigger ships once per turn, per card. Like, so Farm Girl and Good Witch can both do it once per turn for a different ship. But you can't, like, 2 Farm Girls into 2 different ships, that kind of thing. So far, those are the things that I've noticed about this deck. We'll probably be doing a deck profile soon, but so far that's the Archetype rundown. In the future, it looks like they'll probably have all the tiny ones be Psychics, all the big ones be Machines, but you never know with Konami, they might do other weird support. Again, Ghost Ogre, it's good, use it. That's our Kozmo Archetype explanation. Tune in next video for videos.